and we big and bold. You opened up your mouth, now you're knocked out cold. We coming to get ya, I bet you won't win. Left hook, right hook, again and again. We got that high-powered office with that lethal bunch. With the bullies of the block, it will take your lunch. Go to all of my hoodats across the land, and to all other teams that don't understand. We coming to get ya, I go, it's Super Bowl. We gonna paint the Lombardi black. Everybody, let's go. Saints fans, let's hear for the black and gold. Now let's go. It's rainbow that any competition, yeah, we coming to get you. Let's go. Saints fans, let's hear for the black and gold. Now let's go. It's rainbow that you better run it high, cause we coming to get you. Saints plus soul equals Super Bowl.
What's up, Saints Nation? And welcome to another edition of Tell It Like It Is Sports Talk Podcast, where we don't sugarcoat shiznit, just real talk from real people. I'm your host, Soul Saint, and as usual, Saints plus soul equals Super Bowl, along with my co-host all the way up in the Dirty Bird Country, Atlanta, GA, my boy, David King, sports guru.
How's everybody? Zena, how y'all are?
And in his rig, as usual, from Lafayette, Louisiana, Mike No Filter, Tannehill Jr. Oh, man. Well, y'all know we've been rolling every Thursday. We've been having a special guest and everything. We got a no-show today. My boy must have had something to do or emergency or something like that. But we're not going to have my boy West Bank on the show, Keenan Lewis. So that means you got us. But we're going to have a good show anyway. So, man. First shout out from down under. Steve, that's my boy, all the way from Australia, bro. Say hey to Steve, man.
Steve, what's up, Steve? How's it going, Steve?
Yeah, my boy.
Miss Shelly,
Tarantina, that's my girl. Look, hey, that's
Indeed.
Two of the most loyal followers of this show, man. And we love y'all. You know, I just want you to know we love y'all, man. And we appreciate y'all watching the show, man. We glad y'all love it. Y'all like the show and everything. Man, a lot of stuff has happened this week. You know, I mean, it's sports related too because it affects everybody, I feel. Justice was served for Greg Lloyd. Justice was served for Greg Lloyd. We got George Floyd. Greg.
Floyd. Greg Lloyd was an outside linebacker.
I know, for Pittsburgh Steelers. My bad.
Oh, did he get in trouble too?
Help me out, Mike.
Blooper.
I let him slide with them.
He got Dante up there. You know, he got Dante right up there. Bro, hey, can I get some help?
Lloyd.
Can I get some help? Okay, let's be serious, Mike. You know, justice was served this week, and we want to talk about that. You know, we were supposed to talk about it Sunday. You know, but you know, we wasn't able to come on Sunday. So, man, what y'all think about the verdict?
It was a correct call. It was a correct verdict. You know, it was right.
That's it.
I mean,
I know it's a touchy subject, but you know, like I said, just tell it like it is. So tell it like it is.
I did. It was the right verdict. What I mean, hey, the man outright killed him. He basically murdered him. It was the right verdict. They got it. They did it right.
It's not over yet because it says like it got 8 weeks to sentencing. So 4 weeks to 8 weeks to sentencing, that's like 2 months. And how they did it was they concurrent, basically, which means is they combined it all together. Being that this is his first bit, you got to really read the Minnesota laws, like how they can squeeze his ass out of this shit, kind of like how Amber Geiger got her shit. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I was happy with the ruling. I was happy with the that he was convicted by a jury, his peers unanimous. It had to be unanimous. If one of them would have said, if just one, all it took out of 1 out of 12, he would have got off. But it was unanimous, so.
Right.
And which was rightfully so. Because like I say, the world saw that, man.
Exactly.
The world saw that. The world saw that. And a lot of people can't go back and relive and even watch that video to see that.
Right. And
the man was detained. The man was not a threat to you. The man was on his stomach. And yet you still had your knee on this man's neck for 9 minutes and 29 seconds. The world saw that. Even the experts say in them 9, I hate to relive this shit. I really do. But within the 9 minutes and 29 seconds, they said he was dead for 4 minutes. He was already gone. So
exactly.
But they try to convince the nation in the world that drug abuse was a victim that, when clearly the experts say it was by asphyxiation, which means loss of air through the nasal cavities and whatnot. Asphyxiation means you die by suffocation. You die by lack of oxygen to the damn brain. But they try to say drugs have something. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Like I said, it pisses you off, but we made one step, man, and say, hey, justice will serve, but it ain't over yet. Because
right.
I want his ass to get life, straight up.
Right.
And I hope his ass be a general population too.
Yeah. I doubt if they do that, by him being
I pray his ass go in general population.
Right. Probably
I pray you do.
By him being law enforcement, and he probably done put away a lot of people over the years, and they know he wouldn't last too long in general, especially after this big trial and what he did. Man, that name Chauvin, however you pronounce it, I mean, he's gonna be remembered as the one that killed George Floyd. And it's crazy because you have your knee on somebody, then they stop talking, and you still holding them down after that. You can feel the vibration of somebody breathing or having trouble breathing. I'm sure with if I got my hand or my knee on somebody, if their body just go lifeless, I know I can feel that.
Right.
And this dude still, I mean, it's just
the lack of emotion, the lack of empathy, the lack of sympathy, and like I said, a lot of that comes from when you even seen it. I'm gonna bring it up. I don't give a damn. Back in the 1930s and the 20s or whatever, even in the late 1800s, you saw like comes in hundreds. Literally seeing a lifeless body either get hung or get charred and burned to death, and sitting up there like emotionless, like laughing, and seeing that the human body was just I'm like, literally, it's like there's no emotion at all, like there's no human element at all. Like you see where that shit come from, bro. Like that.
All right. I'm sending you the invite.
That's crazy. That's crazy, man.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I just got a call from Keenan. He said he's about to come on. So excuse me, everybody. We're trying to get Keenan on. He just called late,
Oh, okay. Better late than never.
Right. Exactly.
I ain't mad at him.
Exactly. So I'm about to send him the invite. You can go ahead and finish talking while I'm doing this, Mike.
No, I just like the history of that, man. You know, that's just all. Just like it's deep, you know. Like I said, the human element, man. You have to feel, you know, feel something when you see something like that. But some people just like they trying to justify the shit. Like I'm like, come on, man. And that go for anybody. I wouldn't give a damn what race you are. White, black, Asian, Latino, whatever. I feel like that if it's anybody. It ain't gotta necessarily be nobody black or anything. If I see somebody suffering, bro, the human element just comes out.
To your messenger,
damn.
David.
Like, damn, bro.
That's Key. Hold on. What's up, Key? Oh, no. You just wait for the invite. We about to send you the invite. Click on the invite, and then you're going to... Yeah, I'm sending it to your email address.
Is he finished yet?
All right. We sending it now.
Y'all excuse me. I'm working right now.
Ooh.
I'm sorry. All right. Hey, did you hear what Brett Favre said?
Man, Brett Favre was straight bitch.
I could care less
like
about
that. I ain't sugarcoating shit. Fuck all that.
Brett
when he was in the league,
that he wanted to kill him.
Man, Brett Favre need his ass whooped, bro. But like I say, that Southern Mississippi really coming out his ass now that he ain't playing now. He want to be relevant for something. But Brett Favre a straight hoe for that, bro. And I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? He always wanted to be that type of person when he was playing in the league, the happy-go-lucky guy that reminds us that the game of football is a game. You know what I'm saying? He out there having fun, jumping around, and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? But then all of a sudden, when you ain't playing no more, when your bitch ass ain't relevant, you want to say some old sneaky ass shit like what he been saying lately. I'll slap the shit out of Brett Favre, man. Like real talk. Brett Favre a straight hoe. He really is. He a hoe. He a hoe for that. Talking about that man ain't trying to kill him. What the hell he tried to do then when he have the man telling you he can't breathe? What the hell he trying to do then?
Right.
The hell up out of here. That's just like Candy Coon Owens bitch ass. Yep, I'm on her ass too. I heard that little fly. She talking about Derek Chauvin ain't have a fair trial. You gonna sit your goddamn buck dust and man, boy, you gonna make me go off today, boy.
You sent the invite, Dave?
Yeah, I'm sending it right now.
All right.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's tough for everybody, man. You know, and man, I hated to see if the verdict had went another way, man.
Shit. I was passing through that, man, and then seeing the tensions was high. You know, I thought for sure that because I saw when they were bringing the National Guard in there, and everybody thought, oh Lord, they're bringing the National Guard in there just like they did in Louisville, Kentucky. When I was passing through there, before they made the announcement that you know, saying they was gonna get the police off on this bullshit ass wanton endangerment, some shit I ain't never heard of before. You know what I'm saying? You get basically a violation for the bullets that missed. like not the ones that hit her, but the bullets that missed. Like, you know what I'm saying? So because you damaged another somebody else's house. So they got off on that. You know, I'm like, man, you got to be kidding me, bro. And I'm quite sure a year or two from now, that shit'll be expunged from his record. He still could be on the police force, fucking with people and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, your system corrupt, man. Look straight up. It's just corrupt. But what could you do? You ain't create the laws, you ain't make the laws, so you got to deal with this shit.
Deal with it. Let me give a shout out to a couple of people that joined in. Hakeem Baptiste, my boy, he's another loyal one. Kevin, Gloria Cutie Pie Beecham. Shelly, she always on. Steve. Delphine Taylor.
That one deflector.
Who That Nation, my boy. Who That Nation, Jacksonville.
That one deflector.
My people.
That one deflector in the comment section. He called. That one deflector in the comment section.
What he say?
Don't give a damn. I'm gonna speak my truth. Well, fuck
That's
if you
why,
don't like
hey,
it or not.
hey, tell it like it is. You
Give
sent
a
the
damn.
invite there?
Yeah, I sent it.
All right, let me see. Let me see if we got the invite. We bring Keenan in a minute, y'all. Let me make sure. Keenan. West Bank.
Hi, man. Come on here, bro.
Oh, there he is. Let's see what's happening with him. Welcome, Keenan. What's up, Keen? You can hear me?
There you go.
Keenan, you can hear me?
What's up, my guys?
What's happening, man?
Hey, what's up?
What's going on, Keenan? All right.
Look, man, you made it, bro. Thank you, bro. You know, I was going crazy, man. I was going crazy, bro.
Y'all gotta forgive me. I was in a meeting with my job and we're trying to get them boys out the building. I apologize for being a little late.
Oh man,
that's
working,
all right,
man.
bro.
That's
Hey,
it's all good, man. Don't worry about it.
Better
I'm
late.
working.
Hey,
I'm working too, bro. I'm working too. we supposed to start at 7. I was late too, bro.
Hey, bring up them high before we get started.
What's
I'm
up,
talking
fellas?
to you, Keen.
What's up?
We got to bring up these hot ass highlights, bro. So for people who don't know about badass Keenan from that West Bank, the best bank,
hey, y'all,
we about to show you some highlights.
You can hear me clear? I can't hear
Yeah, you clear. You clear. You good. You good, brother.
Hold on, let me try this.
No, we can hear you.
We can hear you. We can hear you. You ready, Dave?
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go on it.
Key, you can still hear us? Oh. Hold up.
Probably in the bad.
Some highlights right there.
I'll hold up on the highlights a little bit.
We apologize, everybody. Just be patient. The show
The show must go on.
Yeah, we'll get straight in a minute. We're gonna get straight. Don't worry.
So I hope everybody had a good day. Everybody had a good day today. Thursday, tomorrow's Friday.
I'm trying to get this week over with.
Y'all ready for the weekend?
God help me.
How's everybody out there in the Saint Nation? Y'all ready for the weekend?
Draft coming up.
The draft is next Thursday.
And we will have a pre-draft show at 6 o'clock, right before the main draft. We will have our mock draft for the Saints, and we will have our first round draft. So y'all be ready. Make sure you tune in. Let's see how good we are. Here we go. Keenan coming back. Yeah, he had a meeting with his job. So.
Okay, y'all can hear me?
Yeah,
we can hear you.
We got you. You can
I
hear
don't
us?
know what's going on. Like it's mumbling, like it's stuttering. Like I'm trying to get into a better area.
Okay. We can hear you clear.
I can hear you good.
All right, this a little better. What's up?
What's up? We about to show your highlights, bro.
You about to show my highlight? Let me see that.
Yeah,
thing.
go ahead.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, sure.
That deep zone coverage. And that would be a flag nowadays.
Y'all got me?
Nice hit. Nice hit.
We lost Key again.
Mm.
Oh yeah, he was. Hey, one thing I loved about him is his aggressiveness. He played with a chip. He played with a chip, a serious chip.
Real physical. That was what's missing in the secondary.
Exactly.
Physical. That was type of corner I like. Get in your shit.
Right.
That's what I like. Get in your shit.
And that's JC.
Yep, JC very physical.
Look at this body slam right here. That would have been a penalty today, though.
Mm-hmm.
See?
That ain't no small dude either.
Right, look like a tight end.
Running back, I think that's CJ Spiller.
Number 88?
That's like 28.
Yeah, that was 88.
Got him. Nice break. Nice highlight.
Oh yeah, nice highlight, bro. Nice break on the ball right there.
Mm-hmm. Way to close on it. Finish the play.
Yeah.
Y'all like that. At the line of scrimmage. You see that? The line of scrimmage. That's what I like.
Mm-hmm. We still watching your highlights, Pete.
I'm checking it out. Y'all got me in here remembering these. I be trying to put it past me because I still want to put them pads on.
I know you
Go
still
for it, man.
young.
Go for it.
You still can do it.
I can use you, man. We need a corner, man. I can use you.
Go take Marshawn Lattimore spot.
We don't know who's gonna be on the other side, man. We don't know.
I'll be happy to go back.
After Janoris Jenkins left, you know.
Yeah. Hey, let me ask you a question, Keith. Let me ask you a question. I noticed you played like you was a mad corner. You played with a lot of aggression. Oh man, he gone. Oh well.
Oh, he got bumped out again?
Yep.
Oh.
He's probably in a bad spot. That's all good.
Yeah. I think he'll be better if he stays still.
That's something I'm concerned about, though.
Hello?
Yeah, my bad, man. I don't know what it is, fellas.
You probably need to stop from moving.
Nah, I had to just up down Manhattan Boulevard, and I don't know what's wrong with their towers, but I can hear you good now.
Okay. Yeah. You might want, since you got it good, you might want to pull over.
We ain't gonna hold you for long, brother.
Yeah, we ain't gonna hold you too long.
Nah, y'all can hold me, man. I appreciate y'all from even having me. I'm good.
No, we thank you.
Well, we watch. We watch your highlights, and I just want us. You can hear me?
Yeah, you good.
Yeah. Okay. You know, I've been knowing you from a little kid, from the best bank at West Bank. Tell us right quick.
Yes, sir, all the time.
The best bank.
Tell us right quick. That's right. Tell us right quick about your journey to the NFL and how it all started, man. Where you from?
that the West Bank. That's where it's at.
Look, you can hear me?
Since we both retired, Delvin always talk about how great. I tell him, you was probably the best on the East Bank, but when the West Bank, that's me all day.
Yep.
I gotta have that one.
Yeah.
And look, tell us where it all started, man. Where you started playing. I know you played. I coached you at Terrytown, but I know you played,
Yes,
and then
sir.
you went to Walker.
All right, so my journey started from Terrytown Playground at the age. I played at Terrytown from 5 to 6, 5 to 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I left Terrytown. I went to the Algiers, where I'm originally born and raised from, the Algiers community. I played at McDonald Playground from the age of 7 to 12, 13, I want to say, to Brown Middle School. In 9th grade, I decided to get in a band, something I never did, but all my friends was in the band. And the band at Opera Walker actually saved my life because I was always good. I said, Mom, I'm going to try something new. My friends, everybody was involved. They gave me a solo at the game. I was a snare drum. The worst solo in probably snare drum history came from me. And the whole stands, everybody in the stands was like, who is this playing this drum? And I felt so embarrassed. And I told my section leader, I said, man, next year I'm going to play football. He was like, man, you too small. You're 135 pounds. You ain't going to play. I said, man, look, I played with some of them guys out there. I'm going to play football. So the band director put me in front of the whole band and was like, do y'all think he can make it? They were like, boo, he too little. Embarrassment. I said, I'm not going to just play football. I said, one day I promise y'all going to catch me playing for the New Orleans Saints. So
Show you
crazy.
right.
I went out there my 10th grade year. Played JV, did extremely well, and got the opportunities to start varsity in 11. But kind of got overshadowed because we actually had the #1 recruiting class in the country my junior year, and we were full with seniors. We had 19 seniors who went Division I.
Wow.
Who was the most in the country. So
yeah, Walker was a beast.
That's a squad.
Yeah,
Walker was a beast.
He was loaded. So nobody really ever really gave me the credit I deserved because I was overshadowed by a group of talented young men recruited all over the country. So me and my friend, actually Mike Wallace, who's from the West Bank too.
That's right.
I tried to get him recruited to the Saints, but he won't come. Boo to him, his loss.
Exactly.
My senior year, I had a breakout. I had a real breakout year. Recruited from everybody in the country. Decided to go to Oregon State. Went from Oregon State, got drafted to the Pittsburgh Steelers in the
Go back. What made you pick Oregon State?
Man, I swear, look, I like to tell people this story. I chose Oregon State because it was the worst visit I had.
Wow.
Like, and it's the go through. Like, and I try to help these young men now. There's two reasons why I chose Oregon State. Like I said, the recruitment trip was awful. It rained every day. It was very boring. The club scene wasn't the club scene that I went to on the previous visits. And they had a guy by the name of Brian Payton, who was the #2 cornerback in the country. So me and him wound up going on our recruiting trip at the same time. So I did my research. I Googled him. I saw he was a 5-star player. He was Mr. California, everything. So we go on our recruiting trip. Now, the defensive back coach, he picked him up, gave him a nice jacket. When it was my time, he gave me a little thin windbreaker. I'm like, I can't.
Oh,
yeah, they did me dirty. I was like, I can't believe people really treat me this way. Like, I never been treated like this in my life, as almost like a second tier type of guy. So we get on our recruit all the time. I'm watching him. I'm like, man, who is this kid? Because I'm from down south. He from the West Coast. So we went out. He like Keenan, how much they gave you per diem? I said, oh, they gave me like 300. They wound up giving him like $1,000. So I'm like, this too disrespected. So when I went out eating at the time, I'm this all honest truth. When I went to meet with the coach, they actually didn't offer me at first. That's crazy. They didn't offer me. They were like, we interested in you, but they wanted two of my teammates, which was Mike Wallace and Dennis at the time. So it's almost like I was a package deal. So I said, you know what, coach? I said, man, I'm getting recruited all over the country. I feel kind of disrespected about this visit. I said, I don't care. Offer me. I'm coming. And this time I was recruited by Michigan, Michigan State. I had some top schools, like, at the time. I'm like, if you offer me, I'm coming. He ain't offered me on my trip. Brian, the guy I was talking about, number 2 player on the contract, he committed on his visit. So I'm like, man, please give me a scholarship. I'm coming. Wind up giving me a scholarship. I remember that whole time that summer, I had a picture of that young man in my wall, like on my wall at my house. And that was my motivation. Like, I'm going to show him when we get there. Wind up getting to Oregon State. The first scrimmage, they wound up giving me number 34, still with the disrespect. But I'm like, man, I got to prove myself. I went out there the first scrimmage, and I've been an All-American ever since. I ain't never looked back. Freshman All-American, started as a freshman, and I ain't gonna even lie, like that's my friend, but we ain't hear no more of him no more.
Right.
4 years.
Let me ask you a question, Keith. You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good. What's up?
Yeah, it's ironic that you went to Walker with Mike, and y'all didn't go to the same college, but y'all were both drafted in 2009 from the same team, same round. A lot of people don't know that.
Right.
He was picked a few spots before you.
He was the 84 pick out the 96. But crazy is he really committed to Oregon State too.
Okay.
He committed to Oregon State. Coach Frank Wilson, who's now the head coach at McNeese, he took a job at Ole Miss. And Mike had to take the ACT test again, so he had to come to school in December. Well, when Coach Frank got the job, that's when he wound up going to Ole Miss. And I was going to transfer at first, but I was like, man, I'm already established. I made a name for myself in the Pac-10, so I just rolled it out. One trip.
Yeah. But that's funny, man. You and your friend from high school playing on the same NFL team together. How was that?
That been my best friend since 6, and I'm gonna tell you how we became best friends. We both ran track. All right. He got a bad running form, and I got a bad running form. At the age of 6, everybody wanted to see that race. He in lane 4 and I'm in lane 5 in a 100-meter yard dash. We ran so wild, we hit each other all the way up. Now we won first and second, but we got disqualified because we went out our lane. So we hated each other for the longest. Well, my cousin and his cousin, they started a street football team. So we wound up seeing each other again. I'm like, I'm not playing with him. He like, I ain't playing with you either. So we wound up facing our different start, and we wound up seeing that we both was cool guys, and we just been friends ever since that, like since 6 years old.
Wow. Have y'all ever went up against each other in a real game?
You know I won that battle. You saw it in the song.
I'm just trying to be,
That's one thing. That's one thing we still talk about. Like, and I'm gonna be honest with you. He probably used to get the best of me sometimes at the practices. Now I used to win some too, but he probably wanted to live more. But one thing I told him, I said, when them lights was on and the Who Dat Nation was up, I couldn't lose to you, bro.
That's right.
And one thing I hate about that story, what's funny about that story, I ain't gonna say I hate it. I remember the week we was 4-0, the Miami Dolphins, they 4-0. And, I know he coming to town. He been having a great start of the season. I've been having a great start. But Brian Hartline was they guy at the time. But I knew who Mike was, and I knew the ability that he had. So
Right.
we walk in the room. I'm thinking they about to put me on Hartline because Mike really a 4-1 type of guy. I'm serious. And Coach Rob Ryan at the time, he stand up and say, West Bank, where you at? I said, I'm right here. He said, you know a guy by the name of Mike Wallace? I said, man, that's my bro. Like, you know, that's my guy. He said, well, look, you're going to stick on him the whole night, one-on-one, no help. I said, Coach, me? I said, I'm be honest, I love my ability. I feel like I'm locked down, but I don't know one-on-one for 90 players this whole game. So Mike called me. He like, K. Lou, what's y'all game plan? I'm like, oh, we're going to double team you. But in my head, I'm like, Lord, please change his game plan before this week because, you know, I know his ability. Like, you miss him at the line, it's over for you. You ain't got a chance.
Right.
So I'm watching tape, and I ain't even lie. They flew in. Now, we still boys, so they fly in. He like, K. Lou, come pick me up from the airport. We pick each other up, go out to eat, and the whole time, I'm like, man, why this got to be the battle? So the first play of the game, we lined up, and actually, I wanted to press him at the line of scrimmage. I'm like, nah, I'm going to play off. So they threw him a little hitch. He caught it like a 5-yard hitch. And the next play, I said, you know what? I'm going back to my technique because I know I'm better at press man against a guy like him.
Right.
And only thing I know, he come off the ball, I'm reaching for L. Cam Jordan at the time, I remember the play. Cam Jordan sacked the quarterback. I said, man, K-Lou, this the matchup the whole city of New Orleans been waiting to see. You cannot lose this battle. So once I finally, you know, started to get back to my technique, I think it was lights out from there. He ain't gonna admit it, but hey, I won a battle. He finished that game with I want to say like 22 yards. No touchdowns. I'll take that one.
That's a shutdown.
Look,
There you go.
hey, Key, I remember watching a primetime game, and you know how they always sort of play and where they from.
Yes,
And
sir.
I'm like, one thing about Keenan, bro, he represented and he was loyal to where he was from, that West Bank, because everybody else, like, you know, Mike Jones, Colorado, such and such, LSU. And Keenan said West Bank.
I remember that too.
Primetime TV, it just had West Bank under there.
Like the truth behind that. I think it like people always come up today. Like I feel like I can still play, but hey, that's out of my hand. Like I said, God gave me 8 good years, but I accomplished the mission. Like I told you when I told that band that one day I'm gonna play for the Saints and wind up turning down $17 million to come home and sign. It was between at the time it was Dallas, Philly, and the Chargers. So the Chargers sent a private jet down. They sent a private jet to pick me up. I was supposed to leave at 8 in the morning. And me and my cousin was playing the game. And I got a number, a Dallas call, a Dallas phone number. So I'm like, man, okay, here go the Dallas Cowboy reaching back out. That's what it is. It was out of them in San Diego, but it was Coach Payton. So he told me what it was. He like, man, how you feel like being a New Orleans Saints? And I know I'm going to San Diego. And at the time, I ain't never fly private at that time. So I'm like, man, I get to fly on a private jet. Like, I can't pass this up. The contract was bigger, 17 more million. So I'm like, what should I do? I had to really go talk. And like I said, my whole purpose of coming to New Orleans was to give my city hope and motivation. Like, it wasn't even about the money. It never was. It was for the people around me who don't have that drive, because nobody ever really came back and showed us the ropes. Like we didn't have, like, I'm gonna say for me, Cardell Stewart at the time, Reggie Wayne, which his daddy coached me. I had a little relationship with him, but we didn't have nobody from the NFL that came back and really showed, and that meant the world to me. So when Coach Payton made it, like, even so the Chargers was hot, I couldn't pass that up, because I want these young men, if I could do it and I come from the same neighborhoods and these same environments as y'all, and I went to the same high school, that should give them motivation. And that's why still to this day, like, I never left. Like, we got to do better. And that was my whole fight. So this to accomplish that goal and them to see that I played and giving them hope and motivation, that's bigger than the Super Bowl to me. I'm gonna be honest with you. So
No.
I'm cool with it.
I-
You see what's going on? We lose young men every day. Like
right.
we need more people to come back when they have success to come back to our communities and show them like it's still hope and fate. Like you gotta just work. Anything could be happen if you work for it.
That's right. That's right. You know, one thing I liked about you, bro, it seemed like you always played, you was an aggressive corner and always played with a chip on your shoulder.
Yeah, I love the passion.
You know?
Oh, definitely. Like, you know, when you ain't number one, and like I said, I always was a guy with pride, and even going to Pittsburgh and not getting an opportunity to really show my skills at the beginning of my career, knowing I should have been out there, that always stuck with me. Not some guys getting drafted before me, that stuck with me, who I felt I was better than. And this coming home, like I said, when you come home, we know we got some great fans in New Orleans, but they will talk about you anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Grocery store with your children, you could be at church. If you had a bad game, they're gonna talk. And I think that motivated me to go out there and be the best me. Like, and I always wanted to be one of those guys that they remember. Like, I want to be a guy who, like today, like my son, he coming up, he want to play. I want them stories to say, man, your daddy once, was a beast. Like, that's what it's about. So
Right.
I always made sure I competed and tried to stay at the top of the chart.
You know what made me feel good, man, is I look at a lot of players that went. I don't know if you remember dude named Cameron that played at Terrytown. He went to the Denver Broncos. He didn't have a long career like you, but we taught y'all the fundamentals at Terrytown.
Yeah.
And I always knew that you was gonna be something special. When I used to see you running around there playing and stuff, all y'all was bad.
I
But
remember used to get on us now, Coach. That's one thing
Yeah.
I could tell you. You and Coach Keek, y'all did a wonderful job with us. From an early age, like you said, learning the fundamentals of the game.
make me feel old.
Yeah, you getting up there now.
Yeah, I'm getting up
So
there.
I got a question. There was a topic that came out on an earlier show about especially with the New Orleans Saints drafting hometown kids, and a person said that it would be a bad idea for the Saints to draft a hometown kid from New Orleans because they're in their hometown and the bad element might get to them. But since you're a hometown New Orleans native, you played for the Saints. What would you say about that? Playing for the hometown, because if you grew up there, you know the hot spots and you know the hot people. But what was it that kept you from getting in trouble? It kept you level-headed, stuff like that.
I'm gonna say that like when I first came out in 2009 at the Senior Bowl, the Saints probably caused me to drop because I was projected to go second round, like high second round. And I had my conferences at the Senior Bowl. I remember getting up there, not knowing, like, I didn't know how the NFL worked or nothing. And they asked me, like, where you want to go? I said, I don't want no team to draft me. I want to go to the Saints. Like, and my brother called me, like, Keenan, why would you say that? Like, I didn't know no better, but, hey, that was the truth.
Yeah.
I wanted to go. And for your question, I just think, man, it's a job. Like I said, I believe if I would have came to the Saints a little earlier, I probably would have been one of the best to ever do it. And that you gotta just keep yourself grounded and know what position that you're in. Like when I came, like, of course I party with my friends but I never was late for a practice. I never missed a meeting. Probably the hardest worker that they probably seen besides Drew Brees at the time. Like, so it's all about how bad you want it. I knew what the is, and I knew how to stay disciplined. Like I said, a lot of fans, they might say, "Well, Keenan, we saw Keenan after a loss in the club," which is true. We still human. We gonna go out and do that.
Right.
But what they didn't see was when I did leave them places every time that I was out at Harrell Park 2 or 3 in the morning by myself. That's the stuff they don't see. Like they only see paint a picture because of a loss. Like ain't nobody ever worked harder than me. I promise you.
Yeah,
Like,
You had a lot of passion, bro.
In the
A lot of
summertime,
passion.
when they do tour days in the summer, I'm going 4. Like I promise you, I worked out 19 hours straight. Ain't no
hey,
water
that's what's
bottle
up,
all
man.
the time.
It
So,
showed on. It showed.
and
It
that's the
showed.
biggest thing. So, and I watch now. I see guys who I know, like the young guy, the young man who went to, the Ravens last year. You got the linebacker for the Falcons. All those type of guys would have been big old help. I think give it a try. Like you gave me a try, you gave guys like bro a try, and the only reason why we not still playing to this day be due to injury. But as far as character issues, professionalism, they could never say that. I think we was A1 guys on and off the field. So
Yeah.
I would say they need to start at least, taking a shot at some of these homegrown because you got more fight in you. Like one guy that I think that they need to bring back now is Mullet. The guy who played, he went to play for the Jets for a little while, but he a beast, man. And it's different when you playing in front your hometown. I don't care what nobody say. Like, it's tough, but you know what's at stake. Like I said, I didn't want to never walk around the stores and, man, why you did this? So it gave me that extra push that I needed when I saw my coach at every game. Him in there with the big old bush on his head. And that fight. It give you that extra fight. Like, man, I gotta show up. Like,
Yeah.
different when you playing for your hometown team. I'm just being honest. So I think if we gonna get to this Lombardi, hey, they got a guy by the name of Puka Williams who I'm high on right now. Go get him.
I like that kid.
Yep.
He talented.
Like,
he talented.
Hey, King, one of my favorite games, man. You remember the game when you was playing against the Eagles, bro? You know your boy was hot then, that wide receiver over there. You know who I'm talking about. And you shut his ass down the whole game. As soon as you got hurt, you was on the sideline mad as hell because they wouldn't let you back in. And whoever was on his ass after that, that's when he started to shine.
Now, Deshaun Jackson, that's a guy who I got the utmost respect. Had a lot of battles with him in college. Like, one day, probably going to be a Hall of Famer if he could, keep it up what he's been doing. So I always accepted those battles, those challenges, and I was ready. Like, it was the playoff. A lot of our guys never really played in that type of weather. And I already knew I had to set the tone because it's different when you're playing in the dome than playing somewhere when it's 9-8 degrees. So when we get there on the plane, I'm hearing the stories like, man, it's freezing out here. So I had to, I'm an older guy. I had to get the team going. I went out there in 8 degrees with no shirt on and warm up. Like, man, look here. We in the playoffs. We got to win this game. And that's all. And I knew that was their guy. Deshaun Jackson was their guy. And I was our guy. So when Coach Rob came in the room, actually, we wanted to play zone. I said, Coach Rob, give me him one-on-one. Send the help the other way. I got him. He ain't going to catch a catch.
Yep, Deshaun, shut his ass down.
I think he finished. He started having success at the end of the third quarter, which I think, honestly, like, they should have still gave my hammer because I had more fight. Like, if we would have lost that game, I would have been hurt because it would have been on me.
Yeah.
I'm going to be with you.
That was one of my favorite. That was one of my favorite Keenan Lewis moments, man.
You know, that playoffs, man, I'm going to be honest with you. You buckling in. Everybody got a shot. That Lombardi's so close. Like, I don't care if you're in the wild card or what. Like, you start to count them quarters and be like, man, look, we 12 quarters, we 8 quarters, we 4 quarters away. And in Pittsburgh, I had the opportunity to play in a Super Bowl. So after I got that first taste of that blood of the Super Bowl, and you get in the playoff runs, hey, it's time to buckle up. Like, it's time to really lock in, and everybody got to elevate their game. So when you got a guy like Deshaun Jackson, who going to get targeted at least 15 times a game, you got to put your best player on him, and your best player better be ready because if not, he gonna embarrass you. So I knew what it was. It's ready.
I knew you had injured your knee. You had a real bad knee problem.
Yeah, it was swollen real bad.
Your career would have been longer if it wasn't for injuries.
I'm gonna be real. Like I said, I love the Saints to death, and I love Coach Payton. I love the organization. it took me years to really, even after I was done, to even watch a Saints game. Like, because I know the truth. Like, I knew what they know the truth. And I ain't gonna even say Cole Payton now. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm shooting it right at the trainers. Like at the same time, like I went in there. Actually, when I tore my hip the first time, I went in there to get some ice. So I'm healed up. I tell my hip the first time I'm cool. I gotta sit out half a season. They say I'll be ready by training camp. All right, it's cool. I get myself all the way back ready to go. And the trainer tell me one day, like, oh, we can't give you ice unless you work out a trainer. I'm like, man, I just want some ice and stem. I didn't work out 3 times already. But if that's what I gotta do to get some ice, okay, ice and stem, I'll go back out there. So I'm training with him. They some of my teammates out there cheering me on because they see that West Bank back to being West Bank. And the last play, he throw a ball in the air and I slide on the towel and tear my hip again. So I tear it this time. So I'm like, man, this can't be true. That might be the scar tissue that they saying waiting to pop. So I'm like, man, let it be scar tissue. So I go back in. We leave to go to Greenbrier at the time. I know I'm not right. They trying to force me to do a conditioning test. I'm like, man, I'm not right. Like, I can't do this conditioning test. I know myself. They like, man, it's scar tissue. Just keep working through it. Work through it. So I finally let my teammates on like West Bank, just do the conditioning test. So I do it, man, and I fought through it, and I wind up like that was the end of my hip. So, and then you went the line like at the time, Scotty. Beyond the head trainer, I'm getting reports from my MRI saying it's scar tissue, and I'm like, man, it ain't no scar tissue because I should be able to run now. Like I can't open up, I can't move. Well, they wind up releasing me, and I went to Pittsburgh for a visit the next week. I didn't work out, I didn't do nothing, and when I went to Pittsburgh after the Saints trainers were telling me, "Oh, you okay?" It was scar tissue. I wind up that I tore it completely. It still was torn, and you had me out there trying to force me to go out there so you could cut me.
So Pittsburgh let you know the truth.
Yeah, that's how they didn't sign me. Like I was at that time, I was a hot commodity on the market. So when you get a corner like that, you don't let a corner leave, especially when he been in your building before. So I was kind of like, I ain't gonna lie, man, that sent me through a bad depression. I couldn't understand, but like I said, like honestly, that was the best. That's the best thing that happened with me because I really had an opportunity to find God like I should, and that's why I don't trip off my career being over because like at that time it was Keenan. Like I felt like I had all the power, and I wasn't really giving the praise and the honor and the glory to God like I should have. Like I always would have my faith and stuff, but once you get like that, you get released. You see people in your community start to change up on you a little bit. You're watching your old teammates not making calls. Like, you know, we used to be friends. It kind of send you through a bad depression. So at that time, I'm be honest with you, anxiety, suicide thoughts, to the point where I had to really check myself. And no lie, this God honest truth. And I don't mind sharing my story because it grew the faith that I needed. I got butt naked and say, Lord, look here, if you got to take every dollar and you got to take everything that for that to get myself closer to you, that's all I ask. And no lie, in less than a month, 3 years ago, it just started to form that way. So people walk around like, man, I found God. That's bigger than any dollar I could ever receive. So I'm cool with it. Like, even to this day, man, my faith is so strong. Like, I'm cool. Like, and I'm glad it did happen because if it wouldn't have probably happened, I probably wouldn't be telling this story like this today. So I'm up.
That's a great testimony.
Yes, it is.
It's a great testimony, man.
It is, man.
So now I can go to the Saints game and really chill. Like my first game actually was 2 years ago when they played the 49 and when the boy made the big play. That was my first time ever going back to the Dome or even talking to my teammates because at that time I was at the highest point of my game and I worked for it. I never cheated.
You talking about the game where Kittles caught that ball and went all the way down the field?
Yeah, that was my first time ever going back to a game, and I actually sat.
I was
Should've won that
sick.
Almost,
I was
almost in
sick.
the section, like, but I
I was
really
sick.
felt comfortable with
Me too.
myself. Like, I'm cool. I'm back to myself, and I'm like, I enjoyed it. Like, so now I'm gonna be a season ticket holder. Like, I'm cool with it. Like, I enjoy it. It was
Yeah,
fun to
look,
me.
we were talking to Roman Harper last week, and he said he had left the Saints on bad terms, and he didn't want to come back. But they talked him into coming back, and I just wanted to find out from you if you left on bad terms too. But you said you didn't want to watch a Saints game, in years you didn't watch. So I think you had a little animosity toward the trainers or whatever, when you left.
That's it. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's it. That's the only reason why I felt that way. But as far as my coaching staff and my teammates, man, I let them do the debt. Like Coach Payton, I tell people all the time, man, Coach Payton could come tell me cut his grass right now. And I'm going because those talks that we had in his office and those things, like, I couldn't ask for more. So it was nothing to deal with the organization. I love it. It's just the way that it played out, especially for me. Like, like I just couldn't understand why you had to do me that when I was loyal to the like I said, I passed dollars.
Yeah.
Like,
I used
you
to
pass up on $17 million to be
Yeah, that's some loyalty there.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that is. Look, I used to watch your workouts. I used to watch your workouts that you was doing trying to get back in the league. And I don't understand why the Saints didn't give you another shot, after you was healed.
I'm gonna
I
tell
remember that.
I think it was more of like, cause we had like I ain't gonna say a big fallout. Now this the thing, like Dennis Allen, like we probably over it now, and we ain't never talked still to this day. But I'm a man to say, man, you know what? If you felt like I came off to you wrong, I apologize. But I think he deserved to give me an apologize too. I deserve an apology from him. Now what happened with that situation was in 2009, like I said, we at the Senior Bowl. I'm like, I want to play for the Saints. So when I got my combine, the pre-draft workout with the Saints, Malcolm Jenkins there at the time and two other guys, which was cool. Like, if that's who y'all wanted at the time, that's fine. But I felt like I asked him, I like, what do you think I end up at? And it was almost like a 6th or 7th round to free agent. I'm like, are you sure? Like, he like, man, I'm like 6'7". That's almost like borderline or just average. So when he went to the Raiders, I told him, I said, man, I said, Coach Allen, I want you to remember this name, Keenan Lewis. So he laughing, but I was hurt because I'm like, man, I ain't never heard nobody say I wasn't ready. So when he was coaching for the Raiders before the game, stretching, and he talking and I'm talking, and that's the worst thing he could have did that day is talk to me because I was already heated with him. And every play I remember just bringing receivers to him, telling him like, man, you trash, your receivers trash. And I think that just stuck with him. So when he came to the Saints at the time, Rob Ryan, that was my guy. Like, man, Rob was like a father to me. And I don't think he liked it the way Coach Rob used to treat me. Like, and it wasn't nothing like, it's just what I deserved. Like, I never missed a practice. I never did that. It was almost like, man, look, I'm counting on West Bank. So when Coach Rob wound up leaving and he got the job, it was almost like I felt as though he targeted me. Like every practice, you on me about the smallest stuff and the crazy stuff to really trying to see if I'm going to get out my character or not. But I'm like, man, I ain't tripping. I ain't worrying about it. But the last incident, it just didn't end well because at any person, enough is enough. Like, bro, like I respect you highly, whatever you ask me to do, but I ain't gonna just let you like almost where I felt like you were trying to turn my teammates on me, and I ain't like that. So when it got to that point, it was like, man, Coach Payton, look, if this can't get handled, either he gotta go or I gotta go. So that's when the trade thing came around. So when Tennessee called and said, man, and I ain't want to go. Like, I ain't want to go. Like, I wanted to stay. So when Tennessee called at the time to make the trade First of all, the contract was, like I said at the time, I'm battling with them to even get an extra $1 million because I felt I was underpaid. I'm gonna be honest with you. And I wouldn't fight for the million. I would fight actually just to guarantee my contract and put in my contract that I can't be traded. But it got blown out of proposed by the media. Oh, he want more money, let him go. No, I just wanted to make sure that my contract is guaranteed and y'all can't trade. You put in a no trade clause. So it kind of got heated with Mickey at the time, and they called Tennessee, and Tennessee was willing to give me a whole new deal. So at that time, I'm like, man, you know what? I got to do what's best for me and my family at the time. So, but I got hurt the next week. So that's why I didn't play out like that. But I think once, like I said, once I finally get myself together, when I got myself together, I was waiting on that call. Like I went to Indy. I did really well at the tryout. The coach wanted to bring me back, the coach. And I just told him, I said, man, coach, my last game, I promised myself would be in the Superdome. So I just left. Like I was like, man, you know what? If I can't play for the Saints, I'm hanging it up. So I was cool with it.
That's love.
I just couldn't see myself.
Yeah, it is loyalty.
That's loyalty, man, for your
Like,
hometown
you know,
team.
when you write, as a kid, when you write them dreams down and go like I wanted to see that. Like my last game was in the Superdome. Like I played at my hometown. Everything that I said as a kid that I was gonna do, it was happening. So like I didn't want to go nowhere. Like I was cool with it. And I'm gonna tell you that I'm still accepting their talent. Like I told them, West Bank back now. I might don't be on the field, but I'm calling any one of their DBs out. Hey, summertime, come holler at me.
Yeah,
we can think of a couple of DBs that can use some of your coaches.
Give them some pointers. Yep.
Pointers. I'm about to give them a lesson. I don't give pointers.
That's what's up. That's how you do. Yep, exactly.
You want that work, want that smoke.
Yeah.
They can handle one of my workouts.
Key. You got a nice job, man. You know they combine your schools, you know, Walker and your rivalry, Landry. So you the head coach, right?
Yes, sir.
You the head coach of Landry Walker.
We Landry now. We used to be Landry Walker. They went back to Landry.
Oh man, they're gonna knock.
We back. We back to Landry out.
No respect for Walker.
Nah, like they said, like I knew what it was. I'm gonna say I ain't gonna say the disrespect the name shouldn't, cause that's a rival school. So I think sometimes people take it out of proportion. Like I never looked at Landry like that because my relatives, my mom, all everybody them graduated for Landry, and I had a lot of friends went to Landry too. So I never looked at it like no rivals or nothing like that. The way that people took it, like I'm really actually just starting to see that people really hated Walker and some people really hated Landry. I didn't look at it like that. Now, when we played on Friday night, it was go time. Like, you just a different opponent. So now you getting the name change and you get so much that come with it. Oh, we need a Landry guy. And like I tell them, man, I'm here for these kids. Like, that's the only reason. I don't care what the name of the school was. I don't care. Like, I respect both schools. And I just want to see these young men stop getting killed and pick up a degree, not a gun. So
that's right.
Ain't none could get to me about no name. I'm just gonna be honest. Could be they could call it whatever. Last year, we finished with 17 young men last year to with scholarships. I think that's the most in the state last year. So
wow,
we cool with that.
Yeah.
So who are some of the kids we got to look out for Landry now this year coming up?
Who is a handful of them? And it's the thing. Like I tell my kids all the time. Now we don't have those big time stars like star players, which I'm cool with. I just want hard workers, and I really ain't been enjoying it. The process of really developing them, because I graduated 31 seniors last year, so I got 9th graders who never played. And usually, like the way this new one app thing, this one app system that they go by, I hate it because it's like they say it's computers. The computer choose what school you go to, but the Ethnicals, the Eastern, they getting all the talent, like the top talent. But I'm getting the hard-working kids who nobody ever worked with. And I want to show that the only thing you got to do is teach. Like, they can learn. Like, it starts from the park. That's what I say, even from park ball.
Yeah.
Now, they ain't teaching the kids who come to practice. You only want to work with the hard-working, the ones who got the talent because you want to look good. I don't believe in that. Any kid who want to play for me, I don't care if you're 4 feet, 3 feet tall. If you're willing to work hard, I'll accept you and I'll help you get better. So we don't have the names, but we gonna have the team.
That's what's up. Definitely.
Yeah. Hey, let me know, man. I'm gonna come to some of them games this year, man. I
y'all gotta come. Y'all gotta come out there, man.
I know you had a bad experience at my daughter's school. You know, she graduated from Bell Chase, and I know they had a little bad problem back there. We ain't gonna talk about it, but you know what I'm talking about.
No, we over. Like I told them, man, it's a heated football game from both sides. Like I said, like we shook on that. Like I told their coach, I have the utmost respect for Bell Chase coach. I have the utmost respect for their team, their fans. And like, you know, that happened in sports. Like I felt as though people blew it out of proportion. It didn't really have to be what they tried to it wasn't what they tried to make it to be. Like, so me and their coaches before we played them this year, we met at the 50-yard line, hugged, told each other we love it, because that's what it's about.
That's right. That's what it's about. We
got to set the example the right way for these young men. So like their team, they players know too. Like I tell them all the time, y'all need help trying to get a scholarship in school, man, reach out to me. Don't feel like that incident I feel some type of way. Like I'm helping a young man right now, actually in Bell Chase, who go there trying to help him get a scholarship. So it's all love.
Look, my boy Steve, he want to give you a big who that from Australia, bro. He said, thanks for sharing that awesome story.
I appreciate that, man. Like I'm telling you, I really enjoy the Who Dat Nation. Like, and then I'm gonna tell you, it was hard, like not being around it. I'm like, man, I couldn't even watch the games. I'm gonna be honest, I cut it on and just leave. Because when you got something like that, you always wanted to go out the right way. Like, and I'm gonna be honest with you, some of the stuff that I see now, like you still don't really reach out. Like, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna be the one, like, cause I felt it was wrong. Like I tell Delvin it all the time. Like, man, we should be having more games. Like we did something that millions of people wish they had the opportunity to play for your hometown team and represent the right way. Man, we gotta be the face. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I ain't saying a face of like, well, we over no Drew Brees or nobody like that, but we are somebody.
Right. And one thing I wanted to thank you for is every time I ask you to do something, bro, you know, you know, never too big to come to me. You came to my bowling event, you showed up. I did a couple of events with you when you had your little thing going on, you know, because you was there for me, supported me. So I supported you, you know.
Oh, that's big time.
Oh, yeah.
And we all got to be like that, man. Like, I enjoy, like, I hope that one time I can get back on here and some later on in the next few months. Like, I like doing all this type of stuff and giving back to my people, giving back to my, you know, community or whoever I can help. That's what God created us to do, is help one another and love one another. So anytime y'all need anything, because I was looking at my phone, I said, oh, no, I'm stuck in this meeting. I don't want to let my coach down.
I was blowing you up,
out there. I know. I looked at my phone. I said, man, I gotta do this interview. So I don't care what time it was, how long it was. Hey, man, I truly appreciate y'all from having me.
And I thank you.
And any type of events that y'all have out there, hey, just reach out. Like, I'm here.
All right,
Yeah,
brother.
appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, man. Thank you for coming, bro. And stay in touch.
Always, man. I love y'all. Y'all.
All right, love you, bro.
I appreciate y'all from having me on here. Hey, let's keep making change in our community and through our Saints. Hey,
that's right. Who that, bro?
Who that?
All right, y'all take care now.
All right, Keith.
All right, you too, man.
Later.
Yeah, that was nice, man. That, you know, and it made me feel good, man, to know that little boy, man. I used to coach that little dude, bro. 6-year-old, you know, 6-year-old, not knowing, you know, and, you know, not knowing what this dude was going to do, you know, but I just knew he had that passion in him, you know. And it makes you feel good when you see these guys as grown men and they talk like they do and they're doing the things that they're doing in the community. And just, you know, I was proud, bro, when that dude played for the Saints and just played in the NFL, period, you know. And, you know, it made me feel good.
Man, he gave up $17 million to come play for his hometown. And he did it for the community, man. That's special right there.
Yeah.
That just goes to show you that, you know, there's some things that's bigger than the game. And when you got the opportunity to come back and help your community, help young kids out, help these young men to see that they can definitely reach a dream, man, money can't buy that.
That's what I tell my other guys when I used to be on Saints and Center. I say, they always say, oh, he's not going to play for that. He's not going to stay here and play with the Saints. You know, people, man, it's not always about money. You know what I'm saying? You got an opportunity to play for the Saints. He loved the team. He loved the coaching staff, bro. Believe me, they're going to work it out. And that's what they did. Stop being so negative. You know, oh, he's not going to do this. He's going to go play with the Jets. They're going to offer him more money. For what? You know what I'm saying? For what? What you want to play for the Jets for? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like you said, bro, Dave, it's not about money all the time, man. Everybody don't play for money all the time, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Man,
hey,
he loved the city, he loved his team and the culture, the best fans in pro football.
Kid, man. He's always been a good kid. Since
I said, I've been damn near every stadium. I've been to 29 out of 32. You know, the only three. I've been to 29 out of 32. I ain't been to Las Vegas Raiders. I've been to Green Bay. I haven't been there yet.
You probably ain't been to the new Los Angeles Stadium either, San Diego Stadium.
I've been to that one. I've been to the one in Los Angeles, the new one, Rams. I've been to that one. I haven't been to Green Bay. I've been to Foxborough. That's crazy. It's three I haven't been to. I know Vegas, Green Bay, and I want to say there's one more. Buffalo.
You couldn't have went to the one in LA. It opened in 2020.
Buffalo.
It opened with the Vegas Stadium.
No, I've been to the Rams.
No, the Vegas Stadium just opened. Yeah.
I've been to the Rams.
In 2020?
Yeah.
I've been to the Rams. No, that stadium been open for about 2-3 years now.
No. It opened last year with Vegas Stadium. There's a new one that the
Rams.
The Chargers and the Rams share.
Oh, the Chargers finally separated. They finally finna play by the. I don't know what for. They should take their ass back to San Diego because it's in Los Angeles.
Right.
That stadium, that new Chargers stadium is in Los Angeles.
They're the Los Angeles.
It should be the San Diego, man. I used to love when Chris Brown would say San Diego Superchargers. I used to love when he said that, man.
Right. Yeah, I've been to a lot of stadiums too, man. I lose count. You know, I know I haven't been to Seattle.
Me breaking it up, meaning I'm saying that the Saints got the best, it's the most passionate fan base.
They do.
We got the Raiders give us a run for their money though. The Oakland Raiders, they ain't that no more. You know what I'm saying? But they probably one of the ones gave them run for the money. But Saints got by far, and I've noticed a lot of fan bases copy off the Saints too. A lot of them Falcons, but Cowboys. A lot of them copy off the Saints fan base. Oh yeah, they do. They second liner. You know what I'm saying? Want to have a live band because you know how they're sold. Shit. Yeah. After the goddamn Saints game, you'll never know where it happened at. You can be in Walmart, goddamn. We come in that motherfucker. We come in that balling with the band and everything. You know, you got some people. When I lived in Dallas, they tried that and they just like, man, cut it out.
Hey, Dave, pull up that Jameis. Pull up our boy Jameis, bro. Jameis was out there preaching. He was preaching a couple of days ago out there at his camp, and had a couple of other NFL quarterbacks out there. Dak Prescott looks like he's healing or healed. You know, he's ready to jump on with them Cowboys. He's happy because he got that big deal, that big contract. But yeah, let's see what my boy had to say right quick. Elaborate on that.
right? I went from being the #1 draft pick to being everybody laughing at me. But guess what? I'm about that business. I'm out working everybody about this.
What?
I'm doing things every single day, committed to the dream. Because that's the thing. We have to go back to being little kids about this football game. Because this is a kid's game that men play. We love. We have some tough days out here in this book, man. It's been tough, but you're going to have some days. But I encourage each and every one of you to have faith and belief in yourself above any coach, above any teammate, above any friend that you have. Right? Because the thing is the best. Man, sometimes you don't talk with the world. But at the end of the day, on God and yourself, know what you're really going through. Sometimes your boss can't even define what you're really going through. Sometimes your boss can't even define what you're really going through. And sometimes you don't even want to tell them. But trust in yourself. Trust in the Lord first and foremost.
Wow.
Man. Hey, this guy is really, he's like a new person since he's been here. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he says he went from being the #1 draft pick to a laughing stock. If that's not motivation for you, I don't know what is. And when after saying that and then going on to say I'm working harder than anybody, that makes me want to believe that he really is working harder than anybody.
Yeah. You've seen his workouts. He's serious. He's serious. He getting it in. Mike done showed a couple of videos. He in the pool. He getting it in. You know who else getting it in? Kamara doing some crazy shit.
Yeah, he been doing it, man. That's amazing.
That dude, the freak, man.
Yeah, he got his toes on a ball.
Like, that's crazy, man.
And then he on some ropes.
Right. That dude, I did the workout he do. Obviously, I see why it's hard to tackle this damn boy. This man. Hey, did you see a couple mock drafts? You know what I'm saying? Where a couple of Saints reporters, Larry Holder and all them. And yeah, you know what I'm fit to say, don't you, over there? You know what I'm fit to say, don't you, Dave? You see, like, a couple of them. Now it was simulated. You know, David, it was simulated. But 6 times they had them picking Travis Etienne in the first round. 6 times.
Yeah.
So you saw that?
Yeah. I mean,
I follow Nick Underhill and Matt Moscona on after the further review, and they were showing it. I'm like, wow. And I also follow Saints Cajun Cannon's son. You know, he got a show too, and he was showing that. I'm like, wow. No, T-Bob Abel.
T-Bob.
He was showing that.
Oh yeah, T-Bob. Yeah.
T-Bob Abel, and he got he be having the fullback used to play for the LSU Tigers. He went to the Chargers. I can't remember that boy's name. Boy used to run the shit out that ball, man. Number 22.
You had to told me, I would remember too.
Man, I remember. Man, now I should be shot. I liked that boy, man. Boy, I used to call him John Riggins. I used to mess with him. Yep, Jacob Hester. Jacob, good, thank you. Yeah, him and T-Bob Abel be on the show together, and they were showing that, man, and it simulated, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people believe that it's going to be interesting, man. I think they're going to break a record for trades in the first round. Or going to be damn near close. Watch. It's going to be some trading. Watch. You know, well, my dream, basically, I think it's over with. You know, I don't think we ain't got a shot to get J.C. Horn. That's not going to happen.
Don't say that yet. It ain't. Draft day ain't passed yet. Don't say it yet.
Right. Anything is possible. Hey, you know it, Mike. Anything is possible with Mickey Loomis.
We got to trade up to get him. We're going to have to go up there. We're going to have to go up mid-level, way up there. But they say it's possible Caleb Farley, who was first considered the best corner in the draft, you know, before they started doing all the testing and stuff. They had him #1 say he can slide down to us and everything, you know. But it remains to be seen. Man, we gotta have a show during the draft. It's gonna be a good one, man. Because I think you're gonna be glued to your TV 1 through 32. Because somebody gonna make some moves. It's gonna be some moves.
Right. Hey, if y'all want to, we can be
should
looking at
have.
our TVs
Yeah.
and be on here during the draft
Absolutely.
and comment.
Hell, I'm not even working that day. I'm sorry.
Man,
I'm parking
all right,
I'm parking the
I go
damn
off
truck.
camera, if I go off the camera, y'all know why.
Oh, you gonna lose it? You gonna lose it?
But I'm trying to think. Do you think if we live stream the draft on the show, would Facebook kick us off the show? I mean, I don't even know how that would work.
I don't think it shouldn't do that like for the draft. But you never know. You never know when Mark Zuckerberg is coming. Yeah.
It's not a pay-per-view thing. So all they could do is tell us.
It's a regular broadcast.
It's a regular broadcast. So maybe we can be on the side over here and then show the draft here and comment. Or we can just leave it like this and watch the draft. Like I got a big TV over my head right here.
Yeah.
You know, and we'll just say what's going on. You know?
Yeah, maybe I can figure out a way we can stream NFL Network or ESPN on my computer.
But we'll see. Let's talk about Zion Williamson. You know, the dude said, I like New York, I like playing there. It's
you know what that means.
Basketball, and people just ran away with that.
You know what that means.
Like, you know, well, he ready to go to New York now.
I don't need a sugarcoat shit. You know what
we know he would have rather get drafted by the New York, but he's a Pelican now. So I think
you know what that means.
He's giving his all being a Pelican. You think he still want to leave and go to New York right now?
Let's keep it real. You know what I mean. I mean, I don't know why y'all do this to y'allself. I don't know why. I don't know why. You saw it with Chris Paul. You saw it with Jamal McGlory. You saw it with, I don't know why y'all do this to yourself. You saw it. I don't know why. Anthony Davis. I don't need to keep going on and on. You know why. Come on, man. Come on, man. You know why. He on borrowed time, damn it. He gonna stay getting that one good contract. He gonna get that one big contract from New Orleans. And after that, he gone. He gone.
Let me ask y'all a question. You know, don't you think the NBA will ever change with this BS? It's gonna always be where you're gonna have the same teams that's gonna always be good because of their market. And in football, it ain't really like that. You know, because I think everybody, I'm not saying every team is even in the NFL, but you don't talk about that as much with the NFL like you do with NBA with the markets and everything. And it seemed like the Pelicans, even though they might get a first round pick, they will never have a good enough team. So it's always going to be the same teams, and they need to change that. To me, they need to try to make the NBA even and more competitive. All the teams, you know what I'm saying? Some kind of way. I don't know how they would do that.
Good luck with that.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's kind of aggravating because we live in New Orleans. We'll never see an NBA championship. That's crazy. That's sad.
Well, I mean, for me, it's more or less like I think lately, yeah, it has been the Los Angeles Lakers. It has been as far as like high playoff contenders, it's been the Lakers, it's been like Boston. But you gotta think about it. Milwaukee is a small market team, and they haven't made it to the finals, but they're still contenders. Before Steph Curry and all them boys got to Golden State. Golden State was a small market team, but they accumulated the talent to win a couple of championships. Mm-hmm. Even when you think about the 90s, after the Lakers, after the Bulls kind of dominated, the NBA. In between, you had Houston Rockets and you had Detroit Pistons. So, Houston could probably still be a big market. Detroit probably wouldn't be as much of a big market, but they still won. I think now it's getting overboard, and I think it's the players that's making it like that, because the NBA is not going to sit there and force Kevin Durant and James Harden to go to the Nets. They didn't force them to. They went on their own because they felt like, well, hey, I want to make it easy for me to get a ring. It's the players that's doing it. And it's the players doing it. And we got a whole bunch of players that just don't want to earn a legacy for themselves. That's how I just want to put it. And that's why you see these Lakers, the Nets, are pretty much going to be contending for a long time, as long as those teams stay together.
Yeah. You know, I look at the what ifs, you know, just like when Durant was was teamed up with Westbrook when they first started.
Yeah.
You know, after the Seattle Supersonics moved. And that's a small market, but they had a chance to win. And they couldn't. You know, and they couldn't win. And that was a good team.
Yeah.
You know, that was a good team. And, you know, I mean, what if Kobe Bryant had stayed with Charlotte and then came to New Orleans?
Oh, wow. I never thought about that.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, a few years after Kobe got drafted by Charlotte, you know, they traded him right away. But just think if he would have stayed with Charlotte a couple of years later, he come into New Orleans. You know?
You know what? I got to pause and just meditate on that for a second. So I never thought about that. Wow. And it would have been Kobe Bryant, Chris Paul, David West, Tyson Chandler. Hey.
Well, it would have been your boy at first, not Chris Paul. What's the other guy? Baron Davis.
Oh, Baron Davis, yeah. Wow, what if Kobe Bryant would have came to New Orleans? And that's the kind of superstar New Orleans need. Somebody that's got that aggressive, I'm gonna get you mentality.
What you think about this
mentality? Wow.
Yep, I do respect Giannis staying in Milwaukee. You know, everybody wants to be on an all-star team. You know, that's right. You know, Hakeem right, man. You know.
What if Kobe would have stayed with the Hornets and he came down? Man, so you gonna have me thinking about that for a whole week.
My boy Andrew Kosey said Westbrook didn't pass the ball. That's why.
Oh man. But you know, you think about that at Oklahoma City team, you know, and then plus you forget they had James Harden on the bench too. He was coming off the bench when KD and Westbrook was playing together. So just imagine, well, it probably would have held James Harden back from his stardom. But still, that would have been, just imagine the team that they would have played, you know, been if they kept stayed together. That would have been a big three right there.
Yeah.
But as far as the Pelicans are concerned, and I mean,
what was that first trade? What was that first trade with Chris Paul? That the commissioner declined. Y'all remember that?
I think it was Chris Paul going to the Lakers, and
right.
We were supposed to get. I forgot who we were supposed to get in return. I forgot who it was, but they declined that trade to the Lakers. But he still wound up going to the Clippers.
Well, I ain't never seen a trade decline like that. Why? Because it's New Orleans. Once again, they got on the phone with Goodell, and he told him, he said, yeah, we don't like New Orleans. The NBA commissioner talking to the NFL. But they just do us wrong, boy. We just get the short end of the stick all the time.
Now they're talking about like the rich get richer with these big market teams when it comes to buyout contracts. You notice where all the good players want to go to, like the Nets or the Lakers or a team like that that's contending and everything. So it's like the rich get richer, you know, and a lot of the small market teams suffer because they know they're not going to acquire somebody that's a pretty damn good, decent player and get their contract bought out. So it's not like what the small market teams can't win. They cannot win.
But guys, think about it though, y'all. Let's say this team stays together for another 2 years. They get the chemistry gel together and they get a better coach. Wouldn't the Pelicans be a contender? I mean, when we look at the Pelicans, hasn't nobody really per se blew them out the whole season, maybe a couple of times. But every game they seem to have a double-digit lead and they lose it. And this is still a young team. Brandon Ingram, this is his fourth year.
That's
Lonzo Ball, third or fourth year. Zion, really his first year, technically.
Yep.
Steven Adams is probably the veteran on this team. And but they're so talented. They build these leads, but they keep losing. So 2 years down the line, after playing together, and with a better coach, of course, because I don't think Gundy is a guy, this team can be a championship, not a playoff, a championship contender.
26-33.
Because this team, man, they play when they play defense, they can beat anybody.
Oh, they're good. They're athletic.
When they sit down and play defense and take care of the ball, they can beat anybody.
I love the talent. I love the talent on the team. I just think they got the wrong coach. He don't develop young guys.
And it's still a young team. Most of these guys are under 5 years in the league, under 4 or 5 years in the league. So you gotta look at it. This team has the potential. They just gotta stay together. And we are in a good position because we got all these draft picks, so we can build a bench. I think we're gonna get rid of Bledsoe. Gotta get rid of him.
He don't want to be there anyway. He get his ass up out of there.
Yeah, we're gonna find somebody to take his spot. I just think that New Orleans just need to be patient with the players, but be impatient with the coach. That's how I look at it. We got the star talent. We got, 2 bona fide stars on our team, B.I. and Zion. And Lonzo has been playing good. Jackson Hayes comes off the bench, been playing pretty good. We got a squad. We just got to be patient with them and keep them together. And I don't know if the money situation is going to keep Lonzo Ball in New Orleans, but I feel confident that if he goes, that Kyrie Lewis will come in and be just as good.
Yeah, I thought your boy Isaiah Thomas was going to come in and compete for a spot, but after that 10 days, they didn't want him back. I guess he didn't do enough, Yeah.
Oh, and don't forget about Najee Marshall. This man came in the J.J. Redick trade, and he just took it over by storm. He's playing exceptionally well. Mm-hmm. And I think we got a championship contending team in 2 years. We just need the coach to bring it together. That's the thing. And but going back to Zion, hey, if he decides to go to New York, so be it. We got draft picks to take his spot, to draft somebody to take his place.
Cool.
Yeah. One thing we talk about all sports and everything, and I'm a big boxing fan. Mike is too.
Yes, I am.
We look at the heavyweight, heavyweight division ain't what it used to be. Used to have a lot of different, especially when Muhammad Ali used to fight,
boxing ain't what it used to be.
What it used to be, whole. Period, right, as a whole. But I used to watch more of I ain't gonna say that, because I love watching Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, Tommy Hearns, Roberto Duran, them guys in that era, but and I was thinking, I said, well, damn, I love heavyweights. That's my favorite, watching the heavyweight, watching the big boys. And I just wanted to, know what, I know Mike, a big boxing guy. What's your, in the modern era? We're not talking about way back, Jack Johnson and all that, but in the modern era, what's your top 5 heavyweights?
In the modern era?
Yeah, from Muhammad Ali up. Let's do that.
Okay, you ain't talking about like Joe Louis and all that, because I love Joe Louis.
Yeah, Joe Louis had an awesome ass record. Joe Louis was like 6.
Joe Louis is one of the greatest heavyweights of all time.
Right.
We talking about Jack Johnson. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can't talk about Jack Johnson?
You can if you want, but I'm just talking about the time I was watching. I'm not talking about before, I was watching this. My my top 5 heavyweights of the modern era. And
Out of
I
modern
was
era,
looking
I can give you mine. Oh, well, you go ahead. You go
I was
first.
looking at a list, and the top 10 heavyweights all time. This is who they got. Guess who they got at number 10? I'm gonna just read you theirs, then I'm gonna tell you my top 5. But
Ezra Charles or somebody.
at number 10, they got Mike Tyson.
Okay.
At 10. At number 9, Evander
I think
Holyfield.
I know why.
Evander Holyfield. At number 8, Larry Holmes. Now, Larry held that title a long time. He defended that title a long time.
Best jab in heavyweight history.
Joe Frazier.
Smoking Joe Frazier.
Smoking. Number 7. He's number 7.
Sweetest left hook. God damn, his left hook was sweet.
It wasn't against George, and that's who number 6, George Foreman.
George just he was tailor made for George. He was tailor made for him.
Jack Dempsey at number 5.
I disagree with that.
At number 4, Rocky Marciano, never lost. Only
Shit,
undefeated heavyweight.
He fought guys that wasn't even in their damn prime no more. Shit.
It didn't have no real skills.
He came in the league. He came in, you know, he kind of right at the, you know what I'm saying, right at a lot of them guys at the end of his career, in their careers and shit like that. You know, he called Joe Louis at the end of his ropes and shit like that. He would have been fighting them guys in the prime. They would have wiped the floor with his motherfucking ass, man.
Yeah, he fought from 47 to 56.
They would have beat the stuffing out of his ass, man, if you called them dudes in their prime. He had no skill. He come straight forward. He had a hell of a chin, though. He had a hell of a chin. Now, Rock had a hell of a chin. He could take a punch. You know what I'm saying? But he came straight forward. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't no dodging punches. Like, damn it, it's a fight. Right. Ain't no box. This a fight.
A slugger.
You know?
No style. Just like that creation they made, Rocky Balboa. You know,
it would have beat the brakes off his ass, man. Joe Louis never been in the problem, would have beat the brakes off. Ezra Charles would have whooped the shit out of that man. Hell. And if you got the ring with Sonny Liston, would have punished his ass.
And number 3, we got Jack Johnson.
I don't know about that.
At number 2, Joe Louis.
Yeah.
And number 1,
I can see that. The greatest ever. The GOAT.
Like a butterfly, sting like
you goddamn right. You goddamn right.
What you can't see.
You goddamn right. 6'3", 225. Feet like a goddamn middleweight, goddamn it. Shit.
Yeah. Yep, that's my man.
Muhammad Ali. Sweet, baby. Give your ass diabetes.
Won the gold medal, 3-time heavyweight champion. 3 times. And when people say 3-time champion, to explain that's if you have the title, you lose it, gain it back, lose it, gain it back again. You know, that's what they mean.
It's too many damn belts in boxing, bro. It's too damn confusing. It's too much of a controversy. You want to talk about politics? Boxing got some damn politics. You know what I'm saying? When you literally got damn 3 judges watching the damn fight, and everybody act like they don't know who dictate the fight or know what a goddamn punch is or whatever that is. It's ridiculous. Boxing is so goddamn corrupt here. It's a damn shame. You know what I'm saying? Then you got some of these damn fighters today. They ain't like the Aaron Pryor's or the Sugar Ray Leonards or the Marvin Haglers or that. You had to fight back then, damn it. You want to be number 1, you had to get in the ring and fight. All of a sudden now, if you got an undefeated fighter or you got guys that consider A-side fighters now, don't want to lose that damn title, don't want to get their ass in the ring and don't want to fight and shit like that. It's ridiculous. All this ducking and shit nowadays in boxing. I'm tired of it. That's why it's losing luster. MMA get more goddamn MMA starting to get more damn views and get more recognition because they got somebody they got a leadership under there. Say no, top guys got to fight each other. Ain't no damn ducking. You got to fight. The fans want to see it. The fans pay your bills. Get the fans what they want. You got to get your ass in there and fight. Number 1 versus number 2. Let's go. Mm-hmm. But in boxing, they don't do that. It's always going around shit, scaring under shit, to try to duck somebody. God been a number 1 damn contender for 2 goddamn years, and nobody want to get a man a title shot. All because he's a high risk. Fuck that. Get your ass in the ring. Let's go. Let's get it on. It shouldn't be The fight with Bud Crawford and Errol Spence. That really, come on, man. I understand Errol Spence got in the damn accident, but we've been waiting for this goddamn fight for over 3 to 4 goddamn years. That damn fight should have been happening. But all this, somebody across the street, all this, you with Top Rank and they don't want to do this shit, all this shit with Al Heyman and all. No! Damn it! The fans, man, look, fuck that. I've been waiting to see that damn fight. Triple G, with your trash ass. Yep, I'm on your ass too. All that shit about Triple G, this and that. Why you want to get Demetrius Andrade a shot? Why you didn't want to get goddamn Jamal Charlo a shot? Because you know why? They'll jab your trash, overrated hype ass all out the goddamn grid. Because he ain't shit. Go look at his resume. Triple G ain't fought nothing, ain't did nothing. He ain't shit. Ain't shit.
Uh-oh.
Trash.
Hey, Mike, Tim calling you out, baby.
Bring your ass on. Shit. Bring your ass on. Ain't did shit. Trash. Ass juice. Shit water. Trash.
Give me your top 5 heavyweights.
My top 5?
Yeah.
In the modern era?
Yeah.
No particular order. Muhammad Ali, number 1. I got Lennox Lewis, probably number 2. Number 3, I get Tyson that. Number 4, George Foreman. Number 5, I say, just throw out there for kick. I like the Riddick Bowe, bro. Boy, I fucking love Big Daddy Riddick Bowe. Hey, I like Riddick Bowe, man. You know,
Big Daddy Bowe.
Yeah, Riddick Bowe.
Big Daddy Bowe. But my list's a little older. Besides, I'm Mike.
You said modern era. Who I fight. Now, if I go with my history,
right.
That's different.
Yeah, modern era mean Ali up. So yeah, we leaving Market Marciano, Joe Louis, Jack Johnson, all them back there who didn't have hardly no skills. They just had nice jaws and they had some serious punching power.
He said no skills. That's kind of hard to say that by
Well, I ain't gonna say no skills, but you put them in the ring. Let's just take a time machine and take Jack Johnson from back there and put him in the ring with Mike Tyson or Ali or somebody like that. What you think?
Jack Johnson against Mike Tyson? Mike would have punished him. You know what I'm saying? Jack Johnson straightforward. He was tough as nails. Right. He was strong. The Galveston Giant, he had power. But the thing about Mike can move, bro. A lot of people don't know. That peekaboo, Mike can move, bro. Right. Mike can move. Mike was quick. Mm-hmm. What you laughing at, Shelley?
That was pretty funny, Shelley. That was funny, biting the ear. That was pretty.
Yeah, you laughing at that. Well, Shelley had to do something. Goddamn referee wasn't calling the shit. Let me tell you something. Let me try to school some people on spot. And I've been boxing since I was 8 years old. I know about boxing. You know what I'm saying? The thing about it is, everybody knew Mike Tyson advantage, being that he was undersized for a heavyweight. He was 5'10" and a half, 5'11" as a heavyweight. That's considered small for a heavyweight. But he was a damn tank. 218, 220. He was a damn tank. And everybody knew if his ass get inside, you count Christmas. You understand? If he got inside, that's your ass. Because he had one of the most deadliest combinations in goddamn boxing. And I'm quite sure everybody knew it. When he go like this, and he come with that right hook to the body and that right uppercut. When he came with that shit there, ask Trevor Burbick how it felt. Ask him. You know what I'm saying? But every time he came inside, when Evander Holyfield been, he's 6'2", and he said he want to keep him outside, didn't want to bring him in. The thing about it is, every time he come inside, he was headbutting. Kept headbutting the shit out of him. Every time Mike come inside, like, damn, Mills, you don't see he keep headbutting me every time he come inside, because that's when Mike was getting the best of him. He's a better inside fighter than outside fighter because he was so small. So every time he come inside, he'll grab him, but he'll headbutt the shit out of him. And it was frustrating Mike. It was just frustrating him and frustrating him and frustrating. He said, fuck it.
Look, let me give you my top 5 right quick. You know, my number 1 is gonna be Muhammad Ali, man. That was my idol. I got to meet him and everything, but that was my idol right there. You know, and the adversity and the things he went through in his life and what he meant. You know, people called him a coward, but he stood up for what he believed in. And, you know, to stand up at that time with all the civil, with all the racism, for you to stand up against, you know, at that time, and he didn't know if he was going to get assassinated, shot down, whatever, but he said
he stood on his word.
Exactly.
He stood on his word.
You know, that's bigger than boxing to me, but also he was just a beast in the ring. I think he boxed too long. You know, that's what happened. Them last 3 fights, when he beat Spinks, he should have retired. When he went back in New Orleans and got his title back against Spinks, 3-time heavyweight champion of the world, but he had to keep going, and he fought Larry Holmes. He fought Trevor Burbick, and they punished him. You know, and they punished him. And I hated to see that, but, you know, like I said, you know, I mean, you take them 2 losses out. I mean, you take them last 2 out, man. What? He only lost
in like 5 fights.
But that's with them. That's with them.
I know Tyson. I
know who he lost to. He lost to Spinks. He lost to Joe Frazier once.
Yeah.
He lost to Ken Norton. That's 3. And then them last 2. He had 5 losses.
Yeah,
you take about them last 2. Yep. Them last 2 he shouldn't have fought. And he just lost to Spinks, which really he should have retired before that. Spinks, Ken Norton broke his jaw. And the first fight against where he was playing.
Smoking Joe. That damn left hook, he couldn't see it coming. That damn left hook.
That's what won the fight. When he knocked him down.
That damn left hook. He couldn't see it, bro.
My top 5 is Ali. I'm gonna put Mike Tyson up there.
Yeah.
George Foreman.
Okay.
George Foreman, man, he fought, was champion, then retired, came back fat, and still got the championship again.
Beat Michael Moore. Yep. He was in his 40s and beat Michael Moore.
So that's George Foreman. I'm gonna go with, I mean, y'all might say, I like Evander Holyfield.
I like Holyfield, even though he got 10 losses.
And my number 5, you're gonna be shocked, is Smoking Joe Frazier. And I'm gonna tell you why.
I can't be mad at that.
I'm gonna tell you why I like Smoking Joe.
He was undersized too.
He was undersized.
Yeah.
And he only lost to 2 people.
Yeah.
In his whole career.
Yeah. Muhammad Ali and George Foreman. Muhammad Ali and George Foreman. Yeah. I can't be mad at that, but that motherfucker, that was the first with the peekaboo style. A lot of people didn't know that. Tyson got his style. Tyson got his style from Joe Frazier. A lot of people didn't know that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But that peekaboo style, that damn left hook though, boy. He had a sweet ass left hook. He did.
All these guys got a story, and you know,
your best fighter, who's your best fighter, pound for pound, ever?
Best fighter,
your greatest fighter, pound for pound, ever? Yeah, I'm on your ass. Yep, I'm on your ass. Come on. Yes, sir.
You talking about just all the weight?
Don't matter the weight. I'm gonna
have to go with Floyd, bro. I'm gonna have to go with Floyd.
Mayweather?
Yes.
5-time weight champion. I'll give him that.
I'm gonna have to go with Floyd.
I'm a historian. You know what I'm saying?
The reason. Let me tell you my reason. You know, because I grew up in the Sugar Rays, the Marvelous Marvin Haglers. You know, and you know,
Tommy Hitman Hearns. Okay.
Yeah. Hearns was that boy. He beat the shit out Roberto Duran.
Watch this, Vicky Gilmore. What you know about the Motor City Cobra? See, everybody know about Hitman, but nobody know him as the Motor City Cobra.
And let me tell you why he's my pound for pound. Impeccable defense, man, hard to hit. You know,
his defense made you frustrated.
Right. He frustrated.
He frustrated the shit out of people.
I mean, I think maybe one time a fighter got a flush hit off Floyd Mayweather and hurt him. You have to look at many tapes.
Shane Moser caught him. Shane made his knees buckle. Yeah. Caught his ass with that right. Caught his ass with that right overhand. Made his knees buckle. But he got a chin though. Boy, got a chin though. He got a chin. Because I thought, he caught him twice. Zab Judah caught him. Caught him.
I have to give Floyd my pound for pound. Who you got?
I'm a historian of Sugar Ray Robinson overall, but if I have to say, you know what I'm saying, in his prime, Roy Jones. Roy Jones was a problem, boy. Roy Jones was a goddamn problem, man. I'm talking about from middleweight, then went to heavyweight. Roy Jones was a goddamn problem, boy. in his prime. Shit.
I'm gonna tell you about Roy Jones.
His first loss was to himself. Remember when he fought Montel Griffin? And he caught Montel Griffin when he was on his knees? That was his first loss to himself.
Down. Yeah. Yep. Right. Disqualification.
Yep.
But what I used to love to watch Roy Jones. But one thing I knew, I say when this dude get older, the way he fights is gonna cost him.
With his hands down.
He always had his hands down.
Yeah.
You know, he would not cover that face. And the way
when I was training, you know what I'm saying, like my uncle used to tell me, usually when a guy got his hands down, it ain't because he don't know how to fight, because the motherfucker fast. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but he was fast, but when he got older in his life, you know,
you got to change your style. When you get older, you got to put them hands up now.
I ain't gonna lie. What's his name? Whooped the shit out of him, boy. Joe Calzaghe. Joe Calzaghe. Joe Calzaghe, that white boy across the pond. That boy put an ass whoop on Roy. That boy put an ass whoop. Joe Calzaghe whooped that ass from Amazing Grace to a floating opportunity. I was like, ooh, Roy. He was out boxing. Roy. He beat the shit out. I was like, I gotta give Joe Calzaghe underrated. He retired undefeated too. But a lot of people don't look at that. Joe Calzaghe fought some damn good fights. I said, Joe Calzaghe can fight, man. He can fight.
Yeah, Calzaghe was pretty good, man.
Yeah, he was good.
And I look at, man, they had some good Spanish type fighters. Wilfred Benitez. I mean, them.
You know who my favorite?
Who?
Ricardo Lopez. Go look him up. Undefeated, retired undefeated. Shit, I think you like 49 or 50-0 and one draw. Ricardo motherfucker Lopez. You talking about sweet with it? Shit, man, you couldn't hit him in the phone booth. Man, that boy, man. I'm talking about that. Go look him up. Ricardo Lopez. Shit. Julio Cesar Chavez. Even though Pernell Whitaker whooped that ass. You can say what you want to say. Pernell whooped his ass. I don't give a damn. God rest his soul. Major Taylor, you had him if you wasn't showboating. You know what I'm saying? But I love a lot of Latin fighters, man. I do. I fuck with Canelo, but Canelo ain't. He just you know. When you cheat, I'm done with you. You got to take the pounds of steroids. I'm done with it. When you cheat, you look up Ricardo Lopez.
Yeah, I got him.
Look up Ricardo Lopez, man.
Yeah, I got him.
Sweet.
1966, he was born.
Sweet.
From 85 to 2001.
Talk about it. I do this boxing shit. Shit, man. I love Ricardo Lopez, one of my favorite fighters.
I'm trying to see if he fought anybody. With a
name. He fought people. Whoops some ass. He was a little guy. I think he was like 118. He round in there. You know, one of them flyweight motherfucker. But that motherfucker had some hands, boy.
Right. Yeah, you're right. This is a fighter that you hardly ever saw. I don't know how you saw him. Because I'm looking at his ring record against all the people he fought. He fought a lot of Japanese fighters.
Get their ass in the ring. Hey, whoop their ass. That's what he did. Ricardo Lopez.
Now one
don't try to talk about Ricardo, man. I ain't finna have it. We can get in the ring right now. You talking about Ricardo Lopez.
I'm looking for a name. Let me see. Oh, Rocky.
Them fighters you probably don't know because he fought in a small weight class. You know the glamour position, the glamour, you know what I'm saying, welterweight on up. Nobody pay attention to the lower case guys and lightweights and shit like that.
Right.
You know, they may look at one. Yeah, he flyweight, you know, straw weight, you know, bantamweight. Nobody really pay attention to that class. They may looking at the welterweights on up, welterweight, super welterweight, middleweight, and all that other shit. Super middleweight, heavyweight, light heavyweight. That's what everybody looking at. They don't look at the little guys, man.
Exactly. But and you know why? Because heavyweight, welterweight, light heavyweight, you see more action. You got two feathers hitting each other, then nobody gonna get knocked out.
Yeah, motherfucker swinging for the fences like a two straws just hitting each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? But here's one little dude, you know what I'm saying? Where he fighting up at 140, fighting against Mario Barrios. That's a fight I definitely want to see. Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? They call him Baby Tyson. You know what I'm saying? Tank Davis, southpaw, real quick with it, got a lot of power. You know what I'm saying? Got a nice little speed, got a nice little defense, being trained, and you know what I'm saying, being brought up in the class of Mayweather. That's a fighter you need to probably look at also. Tank Davis, man. Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? He a little short, little stubby little dude, man. He like 4'5", 5'4", 5'5". You know what I'm saying? He fight against Mario Barrios. I think that's gonna be a real good fight in the 140 division. A guy that's like 5'10", 140, can punch, got a nice jab. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be a good fight for him. It's gonna be a good test for him. It's gonna be a real good test for him. Yeah. Against Mario Barrios.
Your boy Hakeem talking about Shakur Stevenson. He pretty good fighter too.
130 Olympic champion. I think he was.
Don't talk about our boy Prograis.
Regis Prograis, my dude. Rougarou, the Wild Wolf. Rougarou. Goddamn, that's my dude. Yes, sir. Big fan. Felt like he gonna be on the show. He gonna be on the show. I felt like Rougarou was getting the best goddamn Josh Taylor, man. You know what I'm saying? I felt like he won that fight. I had it 7-5. You know what I'm saying? Rougarou won that damn fight, but you know what I'm saying? Josh Taylor was coming in the end, but I felt like Rougarou worked in the beginning of the fight. You know, he still was battling him. You know, I thought Rougarou won the fight, but they gave it to Josh Taylor. He fought the dude at home. He fought the dude across the pond. You know what I'm saying? But Rougarou, my dude, bro. That's my dude.
That's right, Hakeem. He represents
my guy.
the boot.
Yes, he do. That's my guy. Got New Orleans on his damn chest.
I was hanging out with him. I was hanging out with him in LA.
That's my dude.
Yeah, he was out there in LA with me.
I'm a huge fan. Huge fan of
Rougarou with me, man. Good dude, bro. He represents his state.
Hakeem, I like Shakur Stevenson though, bro. Shakur Stevenson a problem. He a problem. And I'm telling you right now, a lot of guys ducking that boy. Start ducking.
What's your top 5 heavyweights?
My top 5 heavyweights?
Yes, sir.
Man, I'll be honest with you. I don't really follow boxing very much. I mean,
you don't follow the fight game, baby? The fight game.
If you ask me, I put it to you like this. George Foreman made the best grill.
Hey, and Muhammad Ali.
All jokes aside, though, if you ask me,
look, Muhammad Ali kept roaches out your house with decon.
Come on, man.
Nah, I mean, based on my limited knowledge of boxing, I would have to put Muhammad Ali.
It's all good.
One. I'll put Muhammad Ali number 1. Me personally, I'll put Mike Tyson number 2.
That's me. That's what I got.
I will put. I guess I'll put Holyfield number 3. Man, I don't even know who else. George Foreman number 4, and I guess Smoking Joe Louis at number 5. But like I said, I really don't watch much boxing. I
love boxing. I just can't stand these panty waist ass fighters today. These panty waist ass fighters today. You know what I'm saying?
You got
guys faking injuries and shit because they don't want to fight. Keith Thurman. You got guys, you know what I'm saying, all this damn ducking and shit. Man, I ain't with all that, bro. I'm old school. Damn all that. I'm old school. Get your ass in the ring. It's a fight game. It's prize fight. You know what I'm saying? The fans want to see it. Man, come on, bro.
Oh yeah, Steve. He was a beast. Costa Zoo.
Oh hell yeah!
And look, his son is right
Judah. Exam Judah is your goddamn beast.
Costa Zoo was a beast.
Caught his ass that fucking 2-piece, that 2-piece special, right in the center of the ring. Shit, man, Zam Judah ain't know where the hell he was at. Go, hey, y'all look it up on YouTube right now. Because you caught Zam Judah ass. Oh Jesus, that boy got up and say, hey, fell back down. Fell back down. Dude, stop the fight. Man, you was gone, bro. You was gone. Cause you caught his ass. I'm talking about size him up. Beautiful 1-2. Beautiful. Mm-hmm. Caught his ass right there, right in the temple. I said, oh, that's it. You cancel Christmas. Right, y'all. I like Costa Zoo.
Yeah, Costa Zoo was a beast. We coming back.
Hell yeah.
Another fight. I just want to mention one more guy. and he was a Arab guy. You remember Hakeem Hamed?
Prince Hakeem Ahmed.
Yeah, Prince Hakeem. He was a showboater. He come.
Yeah, I got a name for his ass. Eric Morales. You remember that? Beat his ass like he stole his cornbread, baby.
Man, you cannot fight like this. You can't fight
with his hands down, all that showboat and shit. Eric said, you just don't know. You just don't know. Today's the day. You finna understand true Mexican pride. They don't play that shit. Playing in the ring. The Mexicans don't play that shit. That's right. Shit. Beat his ass. I love Eric Morales. Man, beat the what's that? Marco Antonio Barrera.
One of them beat his ass.
I think it's Eric Morales, but I think it's Eric Morales or Barrera. Marco Antonio Barrera or Eric Morales, one of the two.
One of them.
But I know they don't play that shit. Look it up, so that's because what Prince, he wasn't the same after he got his ass whooped, David, because he was going to that showboat. Now the dude can fight now.
Right.
He can fight.
He came in there on the flying carpet one time.
Yeah. Dancing and all that. He showboat, but he can fight. He had talent, but he was a little chinny. Just like here, you know who he reminded me of also? Amir Khan. Had all the talent in the world. Got nice hand speed, got damn good power. But if you touch that chair, he had jello legs like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And it's over with there. But he come up and that fuck with Eric Morales or was that Barrera? Wasn't none of that.
No, Marco Antonio Barrera.
I knew it was either Eric Morales or Marco Antonio Barrera. Yeah, it was Marco Antonio Barrera. Beat his ass.
I respect him. You know why? The dude only lost one time. He only got one loss.
That was it. Once he lost to that, once people figured out he cheated and you bring the fight to him, he was done. That was it. You do not go in there with the Latinos up there playing and shit. Okay? Play. Ask Meldrick Taylor. Ask him. Play it. You got it in the bag. Julio caught his ass at that damn rope. It was all she wrote. Oh, this ain't good. Just like what was that? Anthony Joshua? Took Ruiz lightly? Yeah. See what happened to him?
Yep.
Play it.
Big Bad Bill. Bad Bill beat his ass.
Goddamn Pillsbury dope boy put his ass in that shit in that ring. Beat the dog piss out of him. Play it. You want to play. You want to showboat. Okay. You want to body shame this man. Okay. Man, put them fucking things on his ass out there. You don't play with the Latinos. They take that shit serious. They don't play that shit.
You ain't gonna find no Latino heavyweights, but that one. You see how they look when they get too big. You know, you don't see no built heavyweight type Mexicans because of what they eat. You don't see too many heavyweight Latinos in shape.
There's not too many of them.
They died.
There's not too many of them. But I like Ruiz though. I like Ruiz. The boy can fight. Boy got hair, he can fight. I like Ruiz.
Look, y'all. Hey, we want to thank everybody, man. Thanks for joining in. Remember, it's never nothing personal. Just straight biz. We'll see you next time on Tell It Like It Is. And we'll see y'all Sunday, man. We will come back Sunday, right, fellas? Sunday. Coming back Sunday. And we're going to get ready. We got to get together. We got to have a meeting about how we're going to do this draft next week. That's big time. So, Mr. Mike, I need you in a stationary position for this draft show. You know what I'm saying? I need you. You know, we need you, boy. So we'll see y'all Sunday. Thanks everybody for joining in, like I said. And y'all have a good night. I'm going to give me something to eat. What about y'all? Y'all hungry?
I'm gonna stop right now. I'm finna head to Michigan, so y'all be easy.
Michigan. All right, brother.
I'm finna head to bed.
I'm going to Sparta, Michigan.
All right, fellas. Y'all have a good night, yeah?
Everybody
And,
have a good night.
Everybody, all our fans,
Yay.
man, y'all have a
I'm
good
gone.
night.
Thank y'all. Bye. Got to go.